It's about great ways to make cheap cuts of meat go further and taste lovely. Because actually, interestingly, cheaper cuts have a deeper taste.
The thing is, there are some recipes that are particularly suited to cheaper cuts of meat.
Indeed.
Like this is pork shoulder. I'm going to be doing a caramelized Vietnamese pork. It's a wonderful dish. And the pork shoulder, because of the fatty content, it's better than say, a really expensive loin. It's quite simply a cut above.
Well, it is. Cut above in flavour, cut above in price, because it's cheap. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some oil to the pan, coconut oil. We're going to add that to the pan, and I'm going to fry off in batches said pork.
And I've got 4 banana shallots, and I'm slicing them. And the Vietnamese food culture is very interesting. About 1,000 years ago, the Chams invaded from India. So there's that kind of Indian spices got mixed up with a kind of the Chinese influence. And, of course, the French were there for years. And some of the best French bread we've had has been in Vietnam. So you kind of combine the French with the Indian, with the Chinese. And Vietnamese food is this light, delicate, kind of eclectic bouquet of flavour.
It is.
For recipes like this, with a caramelised pork, we don't want to overpower the flavour, which is why we're using a shallot. The shallots tend to be slightly sweeter and less overpowering, less oniony, you know. You cry less with a shallot as well.
And you want some nice colour on the pork.
Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it?
Right, mate, that's us.
I don't want the onions to caramelise. I want them to be quite soft and just to sweat down a little bit.
And while Dave's doing that, I'm just going to prep the lemongrass. Lovely, lovely flavour.
As these shallots are cooking, they're picking up all those lovely cooking juices and bits from the pork. I think they're just about spot on, Si.
Yeah, perfect, man.
It's time now for the garlic and the lemongrass.
Lovely. We have 2 stalks of lemongrass.
I've got 3 cloves of garlic. Again, I'm just going to take that off the heat. The last thing I want to do is to burn the garlic. And just cook that for another minute or so.
It smells great.
It's starting to build up, isn't it? Now, we've got a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice powder. And 3 star anise. I mean, full enough, star anise is one of the main ingredients in 5-spice powder.
It is.
Just pop those in.
Yep.
2, 3. And now the caramel part, and that's palm sugar. You can either get it in a block, which you have to grate, but this is like this kind of fresh, sticky palm sugar. And this makes the caramel the sweet nature of our pork dish. And palm sugar in Asian cooking, it has a wonderful... It's sweet, but it's not kind of sickly, is it?
No, it's not. I love it. I love it. In Asia, they have palm sugar. In India, they have something called jaggery, which is very, very similar, and it's just so, so lovely.
Well, there you go, Kingy.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Caramel is in the house.
It's happening, dude.
Yeah. But it wouldn't be Vietnamese at all without some fish sauce. And Vietnamese fish sauce is very different to the Thai fish sauce. It's much, much stronger. And this is your seasoning. And lastly, 200 ml of water.
Now, this also helps deglaze the pan and get all of those lovely, lovely flavours off the bottom of the pan.
All we do now is return the pork to the pan, simmer away gently for about an hour and a half until the pork is literally the softest, most unctuous, sweetest pork you've ever tasted. Oh, look at that.
Lovely.
It's beautiful.
Just going to push some of this curry through it.
It's hard to describe the smell of this. It's like kind of caramel mixed with 5-spice, with lovely, lovely hearty stew. It's
great.
It's all right there. And we're just going to serve this with some jasmine rice. Keep it nice and simple because the sauce or the gravy is pretty spectacular.
I love it because it's kind of quite thick, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful, man.
This is more like a dish from Hanoi, isn't it, from the north?
It is, very much. Well, here's to our trips in Vietnam and a lovely dish with caramelized pork shoulder.
Yeah. Cheers. Memories of Vietnam.
This only food does that, isn't it? Takes you back. So nice.
The Pontefract pumpkin.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Great winter veg, and we're going to make a Caribbean chicken and pumpkin curry. I mean, this would warm a polar bear on an iceberg, wouldn't it?
It would, Dave, it would.
You joint the chicken, I'll do the marinade.
Now, for the chicken, what I'm going to do, I'm going to skin it.
For the marinade, it's a Caribbean marinade, and so it's got all manner of wonderful things. I start off with 4 spring onions, roughly chopped. It's kind of like a variation on a jerk paste, but the thing is, we're using Caribbean curry powder. It is different and it works, so it's worthwhile investing in a tub. 4 cloves of garlic.
Skin the chicken before you joint it, because it's a lot easier to do.
Now, I've peeled my ginger, roughly chopped, and popped that in.
OK, while Dave's doing that, I'm just going to start to just joint the chicken.
It's only Scotch bonnet to bother with. The rest are more right. But these things are like, they are difficult.
Well, they're like trying to put an octopus on, aren't they?
No, I'm talking about the Scotch bonnet. Don't draw attention to me gloves.
Don't draw attention.
Have you done something to these?
I have not. I always get the blame for stuff and I never do it.
Right, just for precaution, take the top off. So are we going to leave the seeds in or out, Kingy?
Let's leave them in.
Ho-ho! Now, this is going to warm you up. Just put them in the dish. And because of my rubber gloves, I fear no pain. The zest and juice of a lime. Look at that. Caribbean curry powder. It's very specific. And let's have 2 big hoofers. And for another bit of Caribbean goodness, half a teaspoon of allspice powder. This Caribbean curry paste, you could make double the quantity and keep some for another day, put it in the fridge with some oil on the top. I mean, it's worth having some on standby because it brings the dullest of ingredients to life.
I'm going to take this lovely paste that Dave's just made and we're going to make sure that every single piece of chicken is covered in it. If you can, try and leave this for as long as you possibly could.
I think this is definitely an overnight job.
I do, Dave.
You know, if you're planning for your meal for tomorrow night's supper, do this the night before you go to bed.
Yeah.
But do wear your rubber gloves because, you know, with the Scotch bonnets.
Yes, and I am now wishing I had.
Aha.
And I grated me thumb the other day.
Oh, yes.
As you can imagine.
Yes. So I better just cover that with cling film and pop it in the fridge.
And I'm going to wash my hands.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Better now?
Yes, thank you.
Well, it's just a waiting game now, Si.
Great, we'll go to the pub.
Come on, then. Morning is broken, chicken's marinated. I'm browning off an onion in some coconut oil.
Beautiful. Right, in goes the chicken.
I'm going to skin a couple of tomatoes, mate.
OK, mate.
Plunge into boiling water. Woo! That is good, man.
Yes, it is.
Don't leave these for too long, because you want just the skin. You don't want them stewing. To stop that process, plunge them into ice-cold water. The skin pops off as easy as a builder's shirt when the sun shines.
I'm just going to add a little bit of this stock. The bay leaf and thyme in as well.
Now, that lovely tomato, which is just all the meat, we pop that in. How long do you reckon, Si?
It should be all right after 40 minutes, even with a bone in. If you're a bit worried about it, then leave it for 45 and it'll be absolutely done, I promise.
And then it's pumpkin time.
Yes.
Yeah. Time for the hero pumpkin.
Let's have it.
What should we have? Pumpkin, it comes in so many shapes, sizes and forms.
Well, look at this, man.
I know.
Beautiful.
Look at that one.
And they all have a different flavour and a different texture.
But I've never seen a blue one before.
Let's get into it.
Right. The Hairy Biker's Caribbean and Blue Pumpkin Curry. Go on, then. Do you want a quarter of that?
Yeah. Crumbs. The great thing about pumpkins is they're not that easy. How beautiful
Isn't it?
that, isn't it? Yeah. Do be careful, because they are a bit of an unwieldy beast.
Yes.
So just watch your fingers.
Just take the seeds and the core out the middle. This is nice texture as well. And we want to skin this and chop it into chunks.
When you add a pumpkin to a curry, there's a top note of sweetness that goes on. It's not overly powerful, it's just there.
And it adds substance to the curry. I mean, this is your veggie. And with all that flavour, it's going to be sweet, unctuous and gorgeous. We put the lid on and simmer it for 10 minutes. Then we take the lid off and simmer it for another 10 minutes so that the sauce and the water reduce. See you later. 10 minutes. Look how that. The pumpkin's cooked, it's dropped, the sauce has thickened. We're there. I think it's time for 2 top notes, Mr. King.
Number 1 top note, it being Caribbean, you cannot go to the Caribbean without drinking rum. So we just take a teaspoon and we just drip it over the top, just like that.
And I always like a bit of lime with me rum. Just the juice of half a lime. And it really does finish it off and sharpen it up a treat. Some spring onions and some coriander. Joyous, eh?
Look at that, great colours. We know there's some great flavours in there. Right, I'm going to have a taste.
I'm going for the pumpkin, that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
The pumpkin, that sauce.
Such a great ingredient.
I'm feeling hot now. Probably serve this with some rice at home.
Yeah.
Because of the pumpkin, you kind of don't.
Do you need it? When your palate is after this, only this will do. And what is it, Mr. Myers?
Well, this is a crowd pleaser that we're individually, together, we've been doing for years, and it's a Tandoori Mixed Grill. It's great in your kitchen in the winter or a barbecue in the summer. It's just so yummy. Meat number 1.
Chicken.
Meat number 2.
Prawns.
Meat number 3.
Lamb cutlets.
French trimmed.
Thank you, only on a Tuesday.
And plate number 4, salmon.
Oh.
Now, the marinade that we're using is the same for the chicken, the prawns and the lamb. And we've got like a little quirky kind of marinade for the salmon.
We've got a little twist, haven't we? A little hoo-hoo.
Now, I'm going to start out by making the marinade for the prawn, the lamb and the chicken. So I've got a big lump of ginger into a bowl of yoghurt and about 6 cloves of garlic that I'm going to grate into this.
Now, while Dave's doing that, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the prawns. So you know how to devein a prawn. Take the prawn's bonce off. That's its head. Legs off. Now, you can't keep the tail on. It's a good thing. You can kind of just, you know, pick your prawn up with it. Anyway, with a sharp knife, just very gently draw around the back. And just run your fingernail through the middle like that. One clean prawn.
So I've got the garlic, the ginger, the yoghurt, some scrapings of nutmeg now. And the juice of a lemon. And the beauty of making your own marinade like this is there's a freshness to the spices. It just takes everything up a notch. To start with, I want 2 teaspoons of ground cardamom. I want 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 2 teaspoons of ground turmeric.
It's like a Mensa test, dude, isn't it? You know?
It's a spicy one. I want half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of ground cloves, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 2 big spoons of Kashmiri chili powder.
Oh, now you're talking. For the salmon, what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of oil, a little bit of lemon juice, some dill and some capers. So, oil it first. Now, the reason that we're oiling it first is so all this sticks. And then, well, the juice of about half a lemon.
Oh, Kingy.
Get in.
1, 2, 3.
You split, I'll massage.
All right. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I mean, this marinade, it's porky, it's dead great. If you can afford the time, leave it to marinade overnight and most of the next day. I would say the minimum you could get away with marinating it is about 2 hours.
Right.
Thank you.
Hands, mate. Now, I don't know why, but it just feels right to cook the chicken last. So that's what I'm going to do. Heat the griddle to a medium to high heat. The lamb chops will take about 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes per side. If your griddle's hot enough, you should get minimal marinade smearing your grill. It should all stay on that beautiful cutlet. Just be patient, let them sit, let them crisp off, and then turn them. What do you reckon, Dave?
Oh, yeah,
looking
perfect.
great, aren't they?
Yeah, I just can't wait to eat them.
The same process for the prawns.
Wow, look at those prawns.
They're work to do, don't they?
This is very much a crowd pleaser.
And the salmon. The chicken needs about 3 minutes per side. And that should be juicy, succulent, and perfectly cooked.
The thing is, there's plenty of food here for 8 people.
It is.
But there's a great feast for 2.
Not just.
How can we keep this feast to ourselves? That is a crowd pleaser. We all started to go to Spain, didn't we?
We did. We were off, dude.
I know, and we brought all sorts of things back with us from our holidays. And there's one dish that I love that you find in little backstreet cafes, the one with sausage, chicken, seafood. Paella or paella.
Yeah.
Oh, viva España. Now, this is cooking chorizo. Like your chorizo, you know, the one you get that's like a log that you chew. Don't use that for this. Cooking chorizo is a raw sausage and it will need to be cooked.
Chicken thighs. Cut about that size. Okay? And then we want to put that in the hot pan with the olive oil and put some colour on it. Don't forget the old thing. Don't overcrowd your pan and make sure your pan's got some heat in it.
I remember the first one in our family to go like to the Mediterranean was my Auntie Edie, and she went off to Mallorca.
Did she?
Oh, and she brought me back as a little boy this red silk tie with a picture of a bullfighter on the front, and it was on white elastic. I love that tie. Chorizo goes in with the chicken, and that cooks down. Take 4 flat cloves of garlic. We want to smell of garlic. We want that flavour to take us back.
I was thinking, when was the first time I had paella? And actually, my sister went backpacking to Morocco. Morocco. And she went through Spain, and then she came back. She cooked paella that she'd brought back from Spain.
I'll just do the garlic in for you, Si.
Now we're getting into the flavour and smells, aren't we?
It really was a peasant's dish, this. It was a whey with some rice. You used up really whatever you had.
Well, traditionally it was rabbit, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you know, as paellas go, you know, it may not be kind of purist, sort of from the foothills of Andalusia, but it's certainly from the foothills of the memories of my Auntie Edie.
Yeah.
And it's really, really good. We have to have tomatoes, 3 fat, juicy tomatoes. We want the flesh, not the skin or the pips. So what I'm doing is I'm halving them.
It's a good tip, this, actually. Makes a lovely, lovely sauce.
And I want to take the seeds out. I'm just going to grate the tomatoes, try and keep the skin.
I'll put a little bit of seasoning in this. A little bit of salt.
That's just the meat of the tomato. No pips, no skin, and that's what you want.
Now, to cook the tomato off, what we're going to do is we're going to move the meat to one side. And then Dave's going to put that in there like that.
And now we want the zest of a lemon.
Oh, yeah. Now it's starting to smell like holidays.
Yeah. And I want a teaspoon of smoked sweet paprika. The smoky paprika gives it that almost cooked over fire taste. Now the saffron. The rice is going to be a wonderful golden colour, that's the saffron. And I'm using a reasonable amount of saffron, and I'm just going to put that into some stock. I've got a pan of hot chicken stock here. A couple of sprigs of thyme. 3 bay leaves. 3. And now some greenery. So what I'm doing is, I'm just going to chop these green beans, and I'm keeping the tails on. Look at that.
Lovely. Lovely colours as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Deep reds.
Well, it's all the colours of Iberia, isn't it?
The Iberian Peninsula.
Well, it looks like the tie that my Auntie Edie bought me.
Lush, man.
Oh.
Right, now it's the stock,
Stock.
Yeah.
Let's just pour. Now, it's not like a risotto where you're constantly dribbling in kind of ladles full. This, you bung it in. I'm going to keep a ladle full back, so in case it starts to dry out, I can top it up.
And just to bear in mind, the stock needs to be hot, not cold.
Yeah. Now the rice. This is paella rice, or indeed, you can get away with risotto rice. You sprinkle the rice in, so it's kind of quite an even layer. Now that saffron, it's soaked into the stock. The stock's got a wonderful golden colour. And you get more value out of your saffron if you soak it first.
Now, this is the only time you ever stir your paella. After the saffron goes in.
Now we leave that to simmer away for about 12 to 15 minutes until the rice is cooked through.
As Dave says, we want the rice to cook through, but we take a piece out, we taste it. It needs to be slightly al dente because when we put the seafood on, the seafood needs time to cook and we don't want to overcook the rice.
Just about perfect.
Yeah, it is.
Right, I'm going to put some more stock on, just to make sure it doesn't dry. So just place the prawns on the top. I'll try and do them in nice.
Get the mussels.
The thing is, a paella, the pan goes to the table. So you want a bit of loveliness in your decoration. Now we just need to steam this until the prawns are cooked through and the mussels are open. So just let that steam for about 10 minutes and you will have a paella that is fit to serve for Julio Iglesias at his birthday party. It's that good. Now, the prawns should have gone red and the mussels should have opened. Bar.
Hey, get in.
You put the lemon on. Now, what a picture to put this on the table. Some say paella, some say paella. But what we say is, it's really, really good food. Shall we?
Yeah.
It's all about the rice, isn't it?
Certainly is. And that's cooked to perfection. Oh, that is good.
Where are you going on holiday this year? Magaluf?
No, Wengarola.
Don't need to with this.
This brings light, brings spice, brings flavour into your everyday life.
It's an Indonesian pork stew.
It starts with pork shoulder. I simply have taken the fat off and I'm going to dice the pork. Simple.
I'm going to do a dry spice mix, which Si is going to rub into his pork before it's cooked. So half a teaspoon of cosy dried ginger. Another cosy thing, coriander, ground coriander, a big teaspoon of that. Some cinnamon, just a quarter of a teaspoon. We don't want it to taste like apple pie. And for a bit of fire, half teaspoon of cracked black pepper. And just mix that up. And this just lights the fire a bit.
And everybody needs that fire lit once in a while, don't they, Dave?
Yeah. Si, there's your powders. And meanwhile, I'm just going to slice and saute off some shallots till they're soft. So got some veggie oil.
I tell you, this pork shoulder, it has a texture that really suits this dish perfectly. So this is Dave's spice mix.
Because this is a cosy, rich Indonesian dish, we've got a lot of firepower in the flavour.
Oh, haven't we?
4 cloves of garlic.
Exocet missiles.
The garlic mustn't burn.
Don't burn the garlic, because it'll turn bitter, and that's not good.
Ginger. This is a good tip, this. How often have you sat with a knife and tried to whittle your way around it? Nice piece of ginger, just get a spoon, and that skin just falls off. You will never struggle with ginger again if you have a teaspoon. And ginger's very good, it warms your blood. If you're at home with a cold, this is a dish for you. And we'll just grate this ginger in.
And ginger is particularly important in this dish. It's lovely.
And also, when you grate it, the fibrous bits, they tend to get left behind.
Yes.
You've just got the nice juice and the flavour.
Thanks, mate.
Beautiful, isn't it? Now, chilies. These are bird's eye chilies. It can be as cosy as you like with chilli. With 4 of these little beauties, it's going to be quite spicy. Now, if you want to reduce the heat, take the seeds out. If you like chilies, put loads in. If you don't, don't. Right, time for Mr. Pig. Look at that.
Beautiful.
You might look at that and think, Bayek, that's a dry old affair. Where's the gravy? We'll do that now. I've got half a litre of good stock. Beef, chicken, it'll do. Ketchup manis, very, very Indonesian. Now we want 4 big spoons of this, so that's kind of quite sweet. Now we've got the soy, which is salt. What, 2 of this? And now we want the bitter, good old tamarind.
The citrus. This is the hit.
To do this, tamarind. Tamarind does it. One of those things.
You can buy the paste ready done. It's a bit of a bore to make your own. We pour this onto this mix and just let it cook for as long as it takes.
About an hour and a half.
Yeah, that. It's fireside in a pan. I mean, it's worth buying a Labrador for so you can take it for a walk in the woods to get proper frozen. So bring to a gentle simmer.
And what will happen is, as the gravy reduces, the moisture comes out, the flavours start to intensify, it goes a very dark colour. It's lovely. After about 20 minutes, I took the lid off and look at it now. All of those flavours have intensified. They've got bigger, they've got bolder, they've got cosier, and that is about ready to eat. However, we need...
But we're not going to have a nice crispy topping. It's a bit like when you do dal, you get with crispy onions on the top. We're going to do the same thing with this, but with crispy shallots and more bird's eye chilies. In Eastern food, this is called tempering, isn't it?
It is.
It is a blanket of flavour. It is a poncho of passion. It is a cushion of comfort.
Right, chilies. A bit of salt. And they go very, very golden.
Lush, aren't they?
Absolutely perfect. That's what we're after. Oh, you can hear them, can't you? Listen.
Yeah, listen. See, they're crispy.
Look at this,
Oh,
mate.
looks brilliant, doesn't it?
Oh.
Just a few crispy onions. Beautiful. Curry's cosy. It's warm, it's embracing, it's satisfying, and this is rich, unctuous, and I suspect very tasty.
I tell you what, it's flaming hot. It's soft. It's tender.
You know the onions on the top? They're far more than decoration, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's yet another layer of flavour.
It is. It's great.
It's proper fireside food.
That's a keeper.
Yeah. It's a onesie of a dish.
Talking of which, I'm going to put mine on.
Have you ever seen the Teletubbies? That's all I'm saying.